Please welcome your 2026 Detroit Lions.
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 with the 36. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. We're on Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Goff. That's caught. It's Samuel Porter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it, 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. A quick throw there is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw now. Here's Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Tackled back
A
at the
loss of a
30-yard
full
line.
3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Love looking to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Love. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
7 yards.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throw right side looked in here by Besh. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now it's gone. Pass complete. That's level. And it'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Goff now looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Again, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Two yards to go, second down. Now Goff. Gets this to Ferguson, the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's got the tight end Ferguson right side complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
At the 19-yard line.
A second and 11 from the 19. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You wonder with any receiver how he'll handle working over the middle in the NFL, especially with a young receiver. They tried it there to no avail.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again is Goff. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
17 yards.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Raiders 3.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Love. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Off the play fake, Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Second down.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Rice will go in motion left. Love now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's now third down.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Love from the gun. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Slot man moves right. Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Goff. For the left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. A short throw is going to be pulled in by Furtzer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing. Love.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Goes right back to McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Rashee Rice from 21 yards away. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 10.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to throw, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Love. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 46, here's second down and 7.
Love looking to throw it. That's to Bash over the middle.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas first down. It's a gain of 10. And a Raider first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Love going to keep it on the option.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Here's first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
First carry of the game for Zamir White.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as a game with just under 90 seconds remaining.
It's third down and goal to go.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Love.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Dante Thornton.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions.
Trailing 17-10, 80 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up first and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now on second down.
Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
Now Goff.
Over the middle, he's got to throw.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Now it's gone. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
10 more yards.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Back to throw. This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Well, what a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Detroit. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California.
Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 56, and it should be a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time 5 yards out, and the Rams have won the game.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.